Hello and welcome to Cairns, Australia. This is where crocodiles, snakes, spiders reside. And a lot of people are scared of the wildlife, but today I'm going to talk about how it's kind of exaggerated and it's not as bad as people make it out to be. Now, I spent a week in Cairns and I didn't see a single snake or a spider at all. I didn't see anything on my travels. And I was alright. I was bitten by something small. I don't know what it was. It was like a little fly mosquito thing, but there was no issues. But you do not need to fear the wildlife because the wildlife is not as bad as you think it is. As long as you use common sense, you're not an idiot, you'll be fine. Honestly, you'll be fine. And this is kind of my journey. I'm going to show you the vlog. I'm going to show you, this beautiful journey that I had. This is a Caranda train. Something you got to do when you're in Cairns because of the beautiful scenic views that you get. The Caranda village itself is alright. I didn't really show much of the Caranda village because there was just shops and stuff. But yeah, the scenic views when you go around in the train is unrivaled. It is absolutely stunning. Like, it's just incredible.
Mindful of the gap between the train and the platform. Please wait until the train has come to a complete stop prior to opening doors and gates.
Look how beautiful it is behind me, man. Sheesh. Look at all of this, man. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Look at this. Australia is beautiful, man. Quick food review and that. Thought we'd try out some kangaroo meat. When I first saw of this, I was like, this is a bit weird. Kangaroo meat. But to be fair, it was really nice. It reminded me a lot of mincemeat in a burger. It was really nice. It was very chewy. Yeah, it reminded me a lot of mince, and it was banging. I can't lie. I loved it. I loved it. I would give this. It sounds weird, but it was amazing. Oh, I loved it. Absolutely loved this meal. So I booked a tour. Took me all the sites within Cairns. So Mossman Gorge, Cape Trabolution. There was this place in Port Douglas. It's like a little church near the beach. And let me tell you, it's a stunning view. It's absolutely incredible. So these are crocodile warning signs in Cairns. Obviously, a lot of crocodiles are about in the sea.
Symbiotic, is that the right word?
Symbiotic.
Cement, whatever materials. So some men walked up to 50 kilometres a day.
In Mossman Gorge, there's a beautiful swimming spot. Now, I'm not a big fan of water, to be honest with you. I don't like getting wet. I hate it. So I decided not to swim. I thought I'd just chill, taking the views. I only really swim at the beach kind of thing, but yeah, that's what I decided to. I decided to, you know what, just taking the views. This is at the bottom of Mossman Gorge. Fantastic. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful. It was jellyfish season, so you need your stinger suit, but this was here to help. Then part of the tour, they gave us a scone and cream. Oh, so good. And we had this little really nice dinner, and I loved the views. It was literally inside the forest. And it was very, it's type of fish, can't remember what it's called. It's like an Australian fish, but it was a lot of seafood, and it tasted really nice, actually.
Keep an eye on that one as well, make sure she's not going to come up. When I do get her, guys, I'll pop her on my body, much like I had this one here. I do just ask that you don't touch her head, face or ears, okay? They don't like that very much. So just pat her on the lower bottom for me, or lower back for me. Come on. And then I'll get you guys to come down this side as well, so that these aren't in the way, and then I'll come to the other side of the sign.
Sure. Oh, that is soft. That's very soft. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shoelaces. Ah. Oh, pencil. Wow.
Can't scare them off
You
though.
can tell that's a male.
Oh yeah, you
It's
can,
male
yeah.
and that one's a female.
Yeah.
I think. I can't tell from here. They must be so overfed.
Mm.
Getting told off. But Mum,
Right there. Alright, dude. One up.
Oh, Jesus.
There we go, guys. There's your tax, so guys, stuff that. 100 years. It's letting you know there are crocodiles around. So do not go hanging your towel on that and go for a swim, which we have seen people do. That is called natural selection, okay, guys? So don't ignore the signs. Sucked in. Well, that was a hard part, guys. There you go. Any ideas, guys? If crocodile's got you, what are you going to do?
Punch it.
Bang with the nose, yep, soft spot on any animal, go for the nose. Basically, guys, do whatever you can. There is no silver bullet when it comes to crocodile attacks. There's nothing we can tell you that is going to 100% save your life if you get grabbed by a crocodile. Do whatever you can. Some people say play dead. You won't be playing for very long. Okay? Go for the eyes, go for the nose. A lot of people say, punch the head. Very, very careful with that. Their skulls are like concrete. If you try and punch the head, miss their eyes, whatever, you're going to break your hand. Okay, guys? So keep that in mind. But basically, prevention is better than the cure. All right? If you don't want to get attacked by a crocodile, stay at least 5 metres back from the water's edge. So if one does have a crack at you, you've already got a head start. What about running away from a crocodile? Anybody have any ideas or tips on how to run away from a crocodile if one was to chase you?
In a straight line.
In a straight line, yeah. That's pretty much it, guys. So a lot of time we get zigzags and circles, okay? So zigzags, they're going to slow you down and you're going to look like an idiot. If you're going to die with dignity, okay, guys? No zigzags. And circles, you're going to get a rude shock halfway through your first circle, okay? So no zigzags, no circles. Fastest way from point A to point B is a straight line. Right, run as fast as you can. Come on, dude, really creeped me out there. No, I'll redo on that. Try it again. Normally he comes bursting up. Hey! Not part of the show, get back in the water. What do you reckon, guys? 60-40?
Oh, Jesus.
Go red.
Oh, my God.
Go visual. Serious. Come on, dude. On the crack. Here, buddy. It's all yours. Up here. Oh, there you go, guys. Nailed it. Oh, we hope you enjoyed this show.
Every boats in Australia that don't have life jackets on board. I'm sure you can probably work out why that is. In the unlikely event of this boat sinking in a croc pond, we're not going to drown. It's not our biggest problem, so you don't have to worry about that. With that, we may as well get started. Is this anyone's first time here at Hartley's?
Yep.
Yeah? It's my first day too, so it should be good. Something the size of Zont could get to his back legs, which equates to about 2 meters. Come on. That jaw popping sound is displacement of air. It's like us clapping our hands. Come on. Keyword being try. She got a bit of that. Other one's coming up the side here. I get a headbutt here. Oi, settle down. See, that one obviously feels a bit subordinate to her. See how she's waiting for me to drop it right on her head?
Wow.
One more. Good girl. Alright, I'll switch.
Alright, any guesses to what this is? Go. It is a snake. This is not a lizard. That's a great guess. I'll hold them up for you guys in just a second. Alright. Any guesses for what this is? No? This is what we call a Colette's black snake. Say for a second that I was trying to kill this snake, and it bit me, and that starts the clock. I have 7 minutes to kill this snake. I'm pretty confident anyone in this room could kill a snake in 7 minutes. They're not durable creatures. It would not be an effective technique. People bitten by snakes are trying to catch or kill that snake. So if I were to persist, that snake might come at me a few times, striking repeatedly, just trying to get me to back up a few meters. As soon as that snake has an escape option, you're back those few meters, it's going to take off in the opposite direction. It does not want to waste that valuable venom on us. Now don't call that bluff. Don't just stand there and say, oh, this is a bluff charge. We'll play this game of chicken. You will lose. It will bite if it does get close enough, but that's not its goal. Snake's venom is not designed for defense whatsoever, or not. It hasn't evolved for defense. When they do the calm thing, they start recording and they stand still. That is the right thing to do. If you're in that very unlucky, weird situation where a snake is close to you and doesn't see you as a threat and is just cruising along, let it cruise along. Do not freak out and try to kick the snake away, because that will scare the snake. The snake will get startled and defensively bite. But most of the time, snakes will get out of the way. You can go the opposite direction. You can just end your hike if you're that worried about it. Go back to the car, go home where you're safe. But you don't need to worry about them. If you're like me and you think they're awesome, take a picture, but from a safe distance. There have been cases of people trying to photograph snakes and getting too close and getting bit. In fact, there was this one dude who got bit by an inland taipan on his chest, so the #1 most toxic snake in the world, because he was photographing it. He survived, by the way. It's a pretty insane story. He put a camera lens and a compression bandage around his bite site and then drove himself to hospital and ended up saving his life. It was pretty incredible. But make sure you don't do that. Make sure you keep a reasonable distance, get your picture, and then get out of there. Just leave the snake. How many people do you think die every year from snake bite here in Australia? Zero? I wish it was zero. Unfortunately, it's not zero.
1 to 2.
1 to 2. That is correct. You guys are doing great compared to other parts of the world. So in the States, about 5 to 6 people die every single year from snake bite. In Europe, 4 to 5 people die every single year from snake bite. In Africa, they're averaging about 581,000 snake bites every single year. 20 to 30,000 people die, unfortunately. And then in last place, the snake bite death capital of the world is unfortunately India, but they're averaging 1.2. Was not expecting that. They're averaging 1.2 to 2 million snake bites every single year, and they're averaging about 50 to 60,000 snake bite deaths. So you guys are doing great. That is due to education, shows like this, and your access to antivenom. You guys have arguably some of the best antivenom in the world. Now, out of curiosity, on a different note, do you guys know what animal kills the most people here in Australia? Any other guesses? Not spiders? Not sharks? Go ahead.
Brown snakes?
Not brown snakes. It's not snakes. Not bees. I'm loving all these answers. I'll give you the top 4 list. It's not going to be what you're expecting at all. They did a 10-year study in between 2006 and 2016, tallied up the number of deaths per animal. In that 10-year period, horses sat at #1. They killed 176 people. Second place was cows. They killed 88 people. Third place was dogs. They killed 56. And fourth place was kangaroos. They killed 33 people. So it is not the big scaly animals that are terrifying. It's not crocodiles and snakes that are killing everyone. It's not bees, sharks, or spiders. All the animals people fear. It's actually horses. They're jerks. They're killing you guys. No one's taking that problem seriously. They need to be eradicated. But it's not the snakes. You guys don't need to fear the misunderstood animals. Now, does anyone know what to do if you are bitten by a venomous snake here in Australia? Any guesses? Wrap it? Compression, yes. I like that more than tourniqueting it. It used to be taught that if you're bit by a venomous snake, you tourniquet the wound, you cut off blood supply. A sprained ankle. These bandages, they're really cool. They're called smart bandages. Since we're people and sometimes we lack brain power, these rectangles turn to squares when that right amount of tension is applied. If you have just a normal compression bandage, again, the same tension you would use for a sprained ankle, 2 or 3 times around the bite site. Also, if you don't have any bandage whatsoever, use clothes, shirt, pants, like that dude used, a camera lens, anything you have. If you're out and you get bit by a snake and you're completely naked and you have nothing, I don't know what you're doing, but natural selection at its finest right there. 2 or 3 times around the bite site, and then once below. That just holds that bandage in place. So if you're bit in the middle of the arm, you don't have to go all the way down the limb.
So in a nutshell, if there's a crocodile warning sign, don't go swimming. And with snakes and spiders, just move out of the way. Usually they're not hunting you. If you get bit by a spider or a snake, wrap it with compression band, ring 111, and you'll be totally fine. So don't be scared to visit Australia. Australia is very beautiful. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned quite a lot from this video that I've just done today.